She asked me to pull the chair closer and then told me a secret she had hidden for 9 years. The last conversation I had with my wife wasn't dramatic or poetic, and that's what still haunts me. We were sitting in a quiet hospital room after weeks of treatments that everyone pretended were working. She was only 31 and the doctors had stopped using hopeful words without actually saying goodbye. That night, she asked me to pull the chair closer and whispered that she needed to tell me something before morning. My mind raced, expecting a confession, a regret, or instructions for life without her. Instead, she smiled softly and asked if I remembered the road trip we took early in our marriage, the one where our car broke down in a small desert town. I laughed and said it was one of my favorite memories. That's when she told me the truth. The car hadn't broken down. She had intentionally pulled over because she'd found out earlier that day she was pregnant and panicked. She wasn't ready, she said, and she needed a moment where life stood still. We spent that night eating gas station snacks, talking about nothing, watching the stars, and unknowingly deciding our future. She told me she lost the baby shortly after and never found the courage to explain why that night mattered so much to her. She said she didn't want secrets to outlive her. I held her hand as she apologized for waiting so long, and I realized I wasn't angry, just grateful she trusted me with the truth. She fell asleep before sunrise, peaceful for the first time in weeks. By the time the nurses came in, she was gone. Now, whenever life forces me to slow down, I think about that night in the desert and understand what she was really teaching me. Sometimes stopping isn't giving up, it's choosing to feel everything before it disappears.